Well, hell yeah, mom's making mac and cheese.
Are you just sitting there watching us type? Yes, I really want to know. Spill that tea.
Hello, everybody. Hi, Taya. I see you lurking. Oh, I made some changes, if you guys can believe it. Did some back-end work. Yeah, I'll notice some new things. Some things that are way different, some things that are slightly different, and everything in between. Tap, what's up, dude? Thank you very much for the resub. 77 months. Jeepers. What am I doing right this moment? I was posting my live notification things in Discord, and then now that I'm doing multi-stream stuff, I have to go to like YouTube Live to edit it once it's live to change like the game and everything. Yeah, buddy. So I was doing that, and then I was reading what you guys were saying. Making sure everything's working, you know. Bum 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 bum. And yes, the leaderboards have been reset. Squeak, what's up, dude? Good to see you. Bum bum bum. Yep, I'm live on TikTok, on YouTube, and on Twitch. Bum 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 bum. I almost forgot to open my TikTok chat too, so if I missed anything in TikTok chat, I apologize. Please yell at me if you said something there. Right? I could never. I still have a little bit of issues that I'm trying to work out with it, because for whatever reason, like sometimes it seems like it's sending out way more than it should be. It should only be sending out 21k worth of 21 megabits, whatever it is. I'm doing 7k bitrate for all 3 streams and no double encoding or anything. It's all the same encoding. But sometimes it shows that it's sending like way more, which I know it fluctuates, so we'll see how it goes tonight. So far it's been relatively stable. But yeah, so the leaderboards got reset, and I will show you guys in just a second where we're at. 7k resolution. Yeah, no, it definitely can't handle that. All right, are you guys ready for this? Ready? Boom. That was not planned to have it lined up so well with the music. It just kind of happened. It's good to see you all. I missed you guys. I have a new nose, kinda. Still a little bit of like post, like mid-healing congestion, which is like super normal, apparently, and expected. But you know. Hola, Perry. Welcome in. Welcome in. So yeah, the leaderboards got reset. If you guys are doing the Twitch stuff, if you guys care about that, I'll tell you right now. I went through and calculated everything. I'll just show you. Oh, I hope you guys are ready for this one. Oh, I thought that was really funny. I don't know. I'm probably gonna be sick of it after like one stream, but for now it's hilarious. So season 1, here's where the points were, and then season 2, these are where the points ended. Perry has back-to-back dubs, and I thought this was interesting. Maddie and Ishan flip-flopped 2nd and 3rd, but they are dead tied for 2nd in total, which is that's how it works. But yeah, so season 1 the points were this, season 2 they were this, and now they're totaled here in this leaderboard. And I'll make like something a little more legit at some point, I promise, but let me zoom in for it. So this is where things stand right now going into season 3 of the Chalk Stock leaderboards on Twitch. Yeah, Perry, you are crushing it. Ishan and Maddie tied for 2nd, and then Masters in 4th, Big Red in 5th. It's kind of a tight race anywhere else from there, so you can get up to 10 and then 1 per million at the end of the season. So get to it for season 3. I might switch things up a little bit and start making points worth more. And the coolest part about season 3 is that at the end of it, our son will be arriving at any moment, which is just absolutely wild, and I can't wait. So yeah, PUBG is down. God, I love the new transition, dude. I'm so glad it works so far. Knock on wood. I hope you guys dig all the changes. What's up, Masters? How you doing, dude? I changed the sub badges on Twitch a little bit too, and some emotes around and stuff like that. But enough of that, you know. Enough of that. Yeah. Som. It is Tuesday. It is Tuesday. That's true. It's been 6 days since my surgery, so I'm still in the healing process. I'm still technically not supposed to raise my blood pressure much, so it's probably a good thing that PUBG's down today. Coming to the US in November. Holy shit. Dude, I liked your picture, by the way. I'll stand up by your car with the Chalk Sage hoodie on, dude, or the sweater, I mean. That was fire. That charger, though. Dude, if you saw it in person, you would not be talking it up at all. It is like about to rip. I need a new one badly. Well, hell yeah, Masters. We'll figure that shit out when the time comes. I'd love to finally meet you in person. See, I mentioned PUBG's down today, so I figured I would play one of the games that I thought I would probably never play that I bought on Steam Summer Sale. Oh shit, PUBG's updating right now. Let's go ahead and pause that. Wow, we're already live. Those bastards. Excuse me. Hopefully I don't miss anything on YouTube again too, because that was bugging out last time. I don't know what was going on with that, but Inlets, yeah. Believe it or not, we have so many in weird places here. It's like the opposite of our old house that had like not nearly enough. They do. They cost extra for sure. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. So like I was saying, we're gonna play a game that I have never played that I got on Steam Summer Sale, and if you guys have seen the show Severance, and I've talked about it on stream back when it was airing, the new season and stuff a lot, this game is one of the inspirations for that show. So I've been very excited to play it for a while. I've watched a little bit of gameplay in the past. They describe it as a game that plays you and not vice versa. Yeah, what's up, dude? I'm back indeed. We're all back together, finally. Go fix some stuff. The inlets are what? Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's what those little metal prongs are called, inlets. All right, we're gonna play some Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe Edition. At least for a little while, and then maybe we'll switch over to Battlefield or something after that. But to get things started tonight, that's the game plan. And I haven't even launched it until just now, so. All right, I'm gonna ride that out until the wheels fall off because it's funny. I really like it right now. Okay, I have not. I was just saying that actually. Nope, I almost clicked yes, even though I was actively saying I have not. Just the slider until the computer is barely visible. It already kind of is, so. It's like I would consider that barely visible, but this is probably what they mean, like right here. But let's leave it like a little bit under the middle. But no. Before we get too far, I'm gonna just go ahead and preemptively filter this if I can. Where's it at? Oh wait, I think I'm actually using a different thing anyway, so it's fine. Never mind. We're gooch. All right. Oh, we actually put the real time. Wait, they don't know the real time? 9. Oh shit, do I actually have to do this like my alarm clock here? Yep. My alarm clock at home does the same thing. I can't just change AM, PM. I have to cycle through all the hours. Okay, Chalkbot, you're not supposed to spam those back to back. What are you doing? But it is true. If you guys want to clip anything, you can type !clip in chat now, and it'll automatically clip the last 30 seconds for you and then send a link to chat so you don't have to. This is all Twitch, by the way, sorry, I keep forgetting to mention that. So it's kind of nice if you don't want to go through the whole process. Boop. 9:13 oh, I just, as I clicked it, it turned 9:14, but I don't care, whatever. Here, let's go ahead and get a raffle going for the Twitch peeps as well. I don't mean to favorite the Twitch stuff. I'm going to add some fun stuff to the others, I promise. Stanley Young, that's Parable, yes. All right, I'm excited about this. This game is really trippy. And like I said, it's a game that plays you. You don't play it. Is how they describe it. So, let's see. I feel like this is probably a reasonable spot until we need to change things. All right, begin the game.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Hi, Stanley.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number.
This is going to make me miss Severance.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
Nice.
Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order.
Very
This is
Severance,
what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in.
You go, Stanley.
Though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Okay.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
Uh-oh.
Something that would forever
Severance
change
starts
Stanley.
now.
Something he would never quite forget.
The
He had been at
show
his desk for
into
nearly an hour
Mark.
when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his
the
senses,
longest time.
he got up from his desk and stepped out of his
Nice,
office.
Ian. Nice. First place. Lock it. Mark. Oh, shit. Do I do something? I was not. Oh, my God. That sensitivity's crazy. Holy shit. We should play the game like this. Okay. One sec here. I should have definitely tried to change more than just, oh man, I feel like cranking this would be really trippy in this. I'm going to leave it default for those for now. Oh, I could play this on controller, but eh. All right, let's see. Video. I like how it like types as you hover these instead of just making a click noise. VSync. For a game like this, sure. We'll leave it on borderless. Ooh. Okay, high is the best. This game's like a decade old or something like that, so or like 12 years old, so should be able to handle these, I hope. All right, WASD in space, and okay, there's more interact and stuff. Okay, got it. Control to crouch. Shit. I say that like I can't just change it. There. I'm a noob, I know. PUBG ruined me. Okay, what was I? Oh, the sensitivity. Wait, don't tell me there's not a sensitivity binding. Wait a second. Is it in general? Oh, okay. Jeez. Skipped right over it. Camera sensitivity is probably 1 the way it felt. Oh, yeah. This is still really fast. All right. Well, here we go. I might have to set up a different DPI just for this. So this is it. We just straight up, we just go now. I don't know what we do. Can interact with stuff. We're gonna learn together. Whoa, holy shit. That crouch is so fast. Alright, well, here we go. Mage, what's up, dude? Okay, I actually don't think that the FOV is that jarring, so let's crank it. See how it looks. Uh-oh, wait, what? Oof, what? Why would we say that? What's going on? What? Is it not looking good on your guys' end right now? Everything looks fine on my end. It says that the no dropped frames or anything. Bitrate's still good. What's going on? I'm gonna chill for a second, but I need to see what you guys are seeing here. All's good for you? Okay. I was gonna say I didn't see anything happen, but stream broke. Can you hear me, Ian? Nothing went wrong on my end. I have no idea what you guys are talking about. Didn't drop frames. I've got like a burner account up too. Your player was bugging out. Okay, cool. That freaked me out. After all the changes I made and stuff, I would not have been shocked.
Co-workers were gone.
Mega
What did
lag.
it mean?
Uh-oh.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Where are
Perhaps
my-
he had simply missed a memo.
Mark.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Is Trace one of my coworkers? I'm just typing on everybody's shit. Even when I'm not like
Stanley
near a
went around
keyboard.
touching every little thing in the office, but
Okay.
it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
I'm supposed to be able to jump, but... Well, that's a beautiful image. Feels so short. Oh! That one did something. I gotta stop myself from saying Mark 4 million times. What the fuck?
Stanley clicked on literally every single door in the office, because he doesn't pick up well on cues from
You
his
fucking...
environment.
Okay, I just don't want to miss anything. Oh, okay. I didn't realize this game was gonna make fun of me. Oh, that is a high-def image. What a jerk. Oh my.
When Stanley came
What
to
the-
a set of 2 open doors,
Okay.
he entered the door on his left.
This kind of feels like Backroomsy too, of course. Oh, Barry, shit. Okay, so there's 2 doors here. This one closed on my back. Well, chat, you guys want to be Stanley with me? Left or right? What are we feeling? Left, right, house flipper. Okay, thank you. There's 2 votes for left. The windows need cleaned. Yeah, they need shaved. All right. Unless anybody has any qualms, we're going left. All right, let's see what happens. All right, I guess we don't get to go back, so. That's a great picture, but man. Sleepy blue. That light is more, oh, it's just on. The other ones are not. Okay. Tips for not getting fired.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley
Jesus.
decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might
Termination
find an answer there.
Tuesdays. Of course, this is like... I'm playing this right before I go back to work tomorrow for the first time in a week. Whoa. Okay, that... Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. It does kind of feel like that, doesn't
Oh, yeah,
it?
Mom's making mac and cheese.
Squeak! Thanks for the Prime sub, dude.
If I do this, does it stop popping up?
Does it stop popping up? What was popping up? What are you... Wait, what? What were you trying to make not pop up? Are you going to Popping Gamer this year? Uh-oh, now we are losing quality on the stream. Bitrate is tanking a little bit here. And it's settling down, I think. Apologize for that. Yeah, that one was me, for sure. We've only dropped about 3% of frames since we started, so I'll keep an eye on it, but it should be good. I don't know why it struggles sometimes. Who knows? I've dismissed that. So, oh, popping up in the chat for you. I got you. Thanks for the resub, dude. Here's another raffle for that too. Appreciate it very much. Thanks for the continued support. What do people want? Things. What's that crossed? Happy feelings is crossed out. Violet James, you are fired. Colored in segment. Wait, what? Target demographic teenagers. What is hot? A lot of percent. Okay, this is definitely very Severance vibes for sure. You can tell it it inspired it. There's a slick blue graphic on the header and throw some bevel. Okay, let's continue on. I'm paying way too much attention to that stuff. Okay, I can open the broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here.
There's
so he
stuff
turned
here.
around and got back on track.
This guy. Crouch walk.
Coming to a staircase,
Uh-oh.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, well, it's red down there, and I want to deny what he said, and I feel like it's going to be bad, but I'm going to do it. Because I want to see what happens, and this looks like hell, so... Oh my god. Dude, the sensitivity is so fucked. Can you read? Wait, that actually says shit. I can't zoom in far enough, though. There's a cactus drawing. Oh man, I'm really... Fire hose. I'm really scared. I don't know what kind of stuff there is in this game, like... the cake, yeah.
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
Okay.
He considered the possibility of facing his boss.
Uh-oh.
Admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that.
It says
And
I can
such a
jump in
competitive
the
economy,
controls,
why
but I
had he
can't.
taken that risk? All because he
Maybe I'm not supposed to be able to yet, but it's definitely bound to space.
believed
Huh.
everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy.
Maybe I just
And
can't
then
yet.
something occurred to Stanley.
Uh-oh.
Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
Yeah, maybe.
All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all.
Was that there when I
None of
walked
it
through?
made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations.
Uh-oh.
For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he
Coffee
looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't
right.
found
The Ender
words for it.
Dragon. Yep.
I'm dreaming!
Oh yeah, I'm
He
dreaming.
yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley
was all
felt
a dream.
to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose
it is
his
a loop
job.
now.
He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose
Oh.
I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began
What?
to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield.
What?
And it too appeared.
Whoa.
It was
Whoa.
so much fun. And Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up.
What?
How was he remaining so lucid?
Wait, oh
And
fuck.
then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating
Starfield.
everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley.
Dude,
who found
okay.
it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought.
Dude.
And while he thought it all very odd,
Do I break
and
this
wondered
cycle
if this
somehow?
voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream.
Oh,
How
yeah,
could it
okay.
be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself?
Hey.
Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
Okay.
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was
We're
quite a
losing it
shock to
again.
Stanley.
Damn it.
After all,
All right.
he knew for certain, beyond a doubt.
Sorry,
that this
TikTok.
was,
We're
in
gonna shut
fact,
off
a
TikTok
dream.
tonight.
Did the voice not see him
Boom.
float and make the magical
All right.
stars just a moment ago?
That should
How else
stabilize
would the voice
it in a
explain
second.
all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he
It's
was
settling down
in
now.
control. That this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently.
All right. Sorry about
And he
that, guys. It
invited
shouldn't happen
himself
anymore
to
now.
look
I don't know why it
He
just
felt
can't handle
the cool
TikTok as well.
breeze
Like
of
it's,
blanket on his skin.
I have 40
The press
upload
of the
speed
mattress
and I'm
on his
using
back.
21.
The
But
fresh air
sometimes
of
it
the
just
world outside
does
was
it. I don't know.
gone. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want.
Dude, okay,
I
that's
want my
very.
apartment and my wife and my job.
Well, that part's not very
All
Severance.
I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
We wake up in Skyrim,
My
dude.
life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
Yeah, totally.
I am okay.
All right. Oh. Okay. All right. Yay. Now we get to play the game, I bet.
Stanley
What?
began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Fuck, man, this is a lot.
This is the story of a woman
What?
named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She
Oh, that's right. I
rose,
think
got
this is
dressed,
part of
gathered
the,
her belongings,
yeah.
and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by
in
the
the
body of a
ultimate
man
version I got,
who had
Ultimate
stumbled
Deluxe or
through
whatever,
town
Ultra
talking
Deluxe.
and screaming to himself.
You don't
and
play as
then
just
collapsed
Stanley.
dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Okay. All right, cool. So am I her now, or am I the same place? What the fuck?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, that's all. That's just a memo we miss. Oh,
When
wait.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left.
Oh, is it gonna be the same though, or is it trying to get me to change my mind this time? Oh my god. Okay, man, I really want to know what happens if I go on the right, but right? Harry says right. Scam. Anybody else have a lean here? Now, what am I typing on right now? Left. Shit. Okay. Right, but then go upstairs. Shit. Okay. Okay. We got 2 rights and a left. Let's. I want to go right too. I want to know
This was
what.
not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
He's gonna get mad at
Perhaps
us.
he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, that's probably all it was. Was that this? No. Oh, here we go. Ooh. That's a nice room.
Truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
Did it?
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Was this literally just a waste of time this time?
But eager to get back to business,
God damn it.
Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Oh shit. Okay. Damn it, dude. All right, I will.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
I am way too tempted. Oh shit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further
Still
off
can't
track.
jump, by the way.
So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
Okay.
Oh, no.
No,
No, it's to the right. My mistake.
All right. This is fantastic.
No.
Motherfucker.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh, dear. Would you hold on for a minute, please?
Oh yeah. Sure.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep. Okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
This story is that what he said? What the? You sure it's this way? What the fuck? Oh my god.
No, 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 no. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, hmm?
Are you fucking kidding me?
From the top.
No shot, dude.
All of his co-workers were gone.
No.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, fine. I'm just gonna... This is great.
When Stanley... Wait.
Get spoiled.
Wait,
What?
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh.
Oh, God.
Everything should be... Oh, did something
Sorry about the
change?
sniffles, guys. I apologize.
Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you
what?
move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Hold on 1 sec here. It's like my mic keeps like opening up and capturing like the AC. Let me test this. Okay. I think that should fix it. Hopefully it doesn't cut off or anything either.
I'll say it.
But
this is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
probably, yeah.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Damn it, okay. You haven't heard unwanted noise for real? Sorry. Still healing. Man, that feels weird. Alright. I'll try to ignore that constant sensation. I'm glad you haven't heard anything though. I turned on a very, very, very low noise gate so it shouldn't cut off.
Gone.
Damn
What
it.
could it mean?
Which way did it go?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Yeah.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
All right, this time through, and it's probably exactly what they want me to do, but this time through, I'm not gonna ignore what he wants me to do.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
What? Me? What would we have missed? Oh, computer on. Surname access. This one's on again too. Oh, I can just click to interact. That's cool. This is very neat.
I
Oh,
knew we'd miss something.
what did we
The
miss?
story. Here it comes.
This is pissing me off, dude. Here it comes, huh?
No,
Oh,
wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
okay. Dude. If I didn't already know what to expect with this game, sort of, like I definitely didn't expect that. What the fuck? Anyways, I just like, if I was a brand new person to this game and never played it, and I had no idea what it was going to be about or anything, this would piss me off and I would probably stop
Now
playing
this-
it, but
Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all.
me either,
Is
dude.
this the story?
Actually, I kind of
I
do.
don't think so.
Looks very
I
familiar.
can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you remember, Stanley?
Yep, I
Well,
was
do
an
you know
office
what?
worker.
Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
Hell
I know
yeah.
you put in a lot of hard work, and it really
Speed
paid
run.
off. So, good job.
Lock it in. New world rec.
Oh no.
Any percent.
No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
Well, okay,
Some
come on
people
now.
win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
We have restarted. Okay.
All right. I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost,
This
I've
is
employed
excellent.
the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
Oh,
Just
It's
follow
not
the
looking
line.
good.
How
Tap,
simple
thank
is
you
that?
for redeeming that. That's a new audio from the meme tournament last time. I love it. Oh, also, I fixed the crackling audio on those. I had to reroute my audio in a bunch of different ways. I don't even want to get into it, but just know that they should all work
You see,
perfectly now. I
the
hope.
line knows where the story is. It's over
Okay.
in this direction.
Nice.
Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
As long as we just don't miss
Here's a
anything, you
thought.
know?
Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no
Oh,
story
he blocked
there?
off the
Or to
stairs.
put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story?
Yeah.
Simply by the act of moving forward,
Oh.
are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize.
This guy
Not
okay?
sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music
yeah.
to lighten the mood.
I agree. Okay, that's a little... Oh, it's so fucking loud. Okay, that's a completely different style song, first of all. Okay, whatever. Jesus. I gotta follow it perfectly. Red light. Red light. I'm not breaking off this fucking line for shit. Well, okay. Cancel that. Can't climb the walls. Whoa. I could have just... I'm not skipping this line for shit.
Cut the music. Go back and look at that fern.
Oh, that is a
Stanley,
nice
This
fern.
fern will be very important
What?
later in the story.
Will it actually?
Make sure you study it closely.
Are you
and
fucking
remember
kidding
it
me?
carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
I can't. He's trolling. I know he's trolling. But like, I also feel like that'd be the perfect red herring to throw in here for me to assume that he's trolling. All right, photographic memory. Zap. Okay, I will never forget that fern. What a lovely orchid.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. No,
Wait, the
no.
line crossed here, though.
You do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right?
Line
The
TM.
story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Oh, we're back here again.
Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Dude, you gotta be kidding me. Okay. Is there something I can do differently to avoid this?
You know what, Stanley?
I think this is all
say
part of it.
forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
It's definitely the game, but like, I just don't... Like, I get that it's the game, but like, for example, if we never went downstairs, like, would we have progressed a different way that's actually moving forward? Because I feel like this game probably plays way different each time based on the decisions. But it's just crazy. I thought I heard some rumbling going on out there. What the heck happened? Okay, I can't go through that already. So I guess we have to go this way. Perhaps not. True.
Now, yes,
Onward and
this
upward.
is exciting.
Oh, yeah.
Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Okay. Settle down.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it.
Or monitor
Should be
rooms.
fine.
It TM. Even the captions are funny. Okay, I'll just ignore that. Man, I kind of wish I could sprint.
Ah, a choice.
Oh.
We get to make a decision.
Nice.
From here, the story is in our control.
Oh, definitely.
How important, we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here.
What?
Just
You
walk
should
in
even...
circles for a minute.
Oh.
Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going?
How would I know?
And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one.
Got it.
Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
God, I wish it would have been the monitor room again.
Oh, hold up, what's this?
The confusion ending. You've been playing the confusion ending for 18 minutes.
You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game,
Look.
8 times?
Deviate from maintenance room, end up in monitor
really
room.
how
Narrator
all is done?
restarts.
It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget?
Holy shit,
My mind
dude.
goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing.
I love
wall.
this.
Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a
This
say
already
in all
feels
of
like a
this?
trip, but
Is it
imagine
really-
doing this while you were
No,
like
it can't be.
not fucking
I don't want
sober.
it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going
Yeah,
on.
same.
I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't
Nice,
do it.
nice.
I won't do it. I won't do it.
After a long time, Stanley dies.
Stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know?
That feels so
Will
strange.
someone come for us? Will something happen?
Excuse me, guys. Sorry.
So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So
Yeah.
I hope that's where we are right now.
That's true.
We'll find out, won't we? Eventually.
Eventually.
Well, in the meantime, if you...
What the? Oh God, that actually scared me, dude. You're wait. I had a voicemail there. You know the. Never mind. There we go. All right.
All of his co-workers were
Oh,
gone.
for the love of
What
God.
could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yep. Missed the memo. Got it. Line. No, don't you start again. Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of
Enter
two
the
open
left,
doors,
which is where we went last
he
time.
entered the door on his left.
And then right just was a delayed thing. Nice. We're back to the
Yet
meeting
there
room.
was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office,
yeah.
hoping he might find an answer there. Oh no! Oh no! 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 No!
See,
no,
I'm so
not again.
tempted.
I won't be part of this. I'm not coming to a staircase. Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
Oh,
office.
I'm so tempted, but I'm not doing it. Let's go upstairs. Oh, it's right up here too. Got it. Whoa. This is fucking terrifying. Mark. Oh fuck. Okay. Oh. What? Why they hold business strategy? And it's a fucking pistol to a panda's head. Spoilers of Severance, dude. Oh, there's so many things to do in this game. Damn it. Oh, I want to go up there. But is it gonna like... This is literally Severance now. Am I like wasting... Wait, what's this glowing for? Is it just like a light refraction? Must be. alone. Which is nice. It said Stanley in it, I think. Maybe I'm just going insane. Could be that. Nope, it's definitely saying it. How long am I in here? Oh. Same room, got it. That's about what I expected. Okay. What's this? Is this the boss's office right here? Executive bathroom. Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes. If the bosses suffered losses, then that's what the boss chose. Okay. Extreme bathrooms. Can't interact with the toilet. Literally unplayable game. Alright. This must be the boss's office down here then. We interact with this though. Alright, whoa, grand piano.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing.
It is amazing.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Where is it? Oh. There was a door here, but I thought this was the door. Alright. It's a nice sound. Link Plus. Oh. Wait, is this because I moved the elevator? I can't reach that. Am I gonna fall if I walk in here? No? Oh, okay. Jeez. That's why they don't want you to have the brightness turned up.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Okay, that was startling. Thanks for hanging out, by the way, everybody. I hope you guys are enjoying this.
Door that read Mind Control
Call
Facility.
extension 914 immediately. Okay. Whoa. All right. God damn it, man. The completionist in me makes me want to do both options anyways, too. This is the... man. I said I wasn't deviating anymore. Whoa.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
I wonder.
Did he have the strength to find out?
Strength. Yeah, I've definitely never seen this room before. Employee observation protocol. And then those are just a bunch of the numbers.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
What's that one up there glitched out? One got fired too, a couple of them.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Yep.
No.
Oh.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's
wait,
control.
pirate?
Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly
What's going on
blind
with
to
it right
the
now?
world?
Settle down, internet. What the fuck? Sorry about that, guys.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Well. I don't think that was supposed to happen.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his
I think so
co-workers
too. Whoa.
gone? How had he
Whoa.
been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did
Wait,
this
am I moving
strange building
backwards?
hold? But as sunlight
fuck?
streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go.
Okay.
No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his.
Whoa.
And that was all he needed to know.
Pretty.
It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
There's not a door. Unless, I guess this whole thing is considered the door.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Yeah. Let's go, Stanley. Let's fucking go, Stanley. Did I win? No way, right? Oh, fuck.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What happened to that other side story, by the way?
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Left again. Meeting room.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping, coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to
That's
his
what I'm
boss's
thinking
office.
too, Tap, but that one kind of felt like it might have been the right ending. Like maybe they set it up to where you're supposed
Stepping into his
to
manager's office, Stanley was once again
like,
stunned to discover
usually-
not an indication of any human life.
yeah, no right ending.
What could it mean?
That
Stanley
escape
wondered
route.
aloud to
Like,
nobody.
I don't know.
He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk,
See what
pulling
happens.
books off the shelf, looking behind
Okay,
paintings,
he didn't say all this last time.
desperate for clues to his
He
situation.
waits until I do this.
But his attention
Yep.
was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be?
Is it the same code
In
again?
fact, This keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret pin number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't get incredibly by simply pushing random buttons on
There are
the
those
keypad.
there are those
Stanley
numbers in
happened
that
to
room
input
downstairs.
the
I wonder if they
correct
do
code by
something
sheer
too.
luck. Amazing.
Like
He
down- if I
stepped
put
into the
this
newly
in down
opened
there.
passageway.
I do apologize for the sniffling and stuff. Wait. Oh, okay. I thought there was a hallway there that I couldn't see before. Yeah, I want to. Yeah, that too. The dial that number if the light's on or whatever. I don't know if I only saw like a 5 in that room, so I don't even know how high the numbers go or how many there are. What the fuck? All right. Yeah, here it is again.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the
914
large
immediately.
door that read Mind Control Facility.
But I want to go this way this time and see what happens.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Oh fuck, what? Actually?
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
I appreciate the understanding, Sweet. Thank you.
At this point,
I
Stanley
still
was
feel like I
making
need
a
to
conscious,
apologize though,
concerted
because
effort
it's
to
probably
walk
annoying to hear.
forward and willingly confront his death.
But hopefully it sounds good because I worked on the audio. What? Oh god, this does look scary. All right. I think I do die. Huh. Yep. Oh. That would have been. I didn't die. Whoa. Would have been really funny if it
As the
did, like,
machine
multiple
whirred into
loading
motion
screens.
and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise.
Oh,
he
dude.
reflected that his
I almost
life had
watched
been
that
of no
earlier.
consequence whatsoever.
Super
Stanley
stoked.
can't
They've been
see
making
the
so many bad
future.
decisions
He
again
doesn't know the real
and breaking
story,
things.
trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss.
Oh, I am gonna
Plucking
die.
the eyeballs from a blind man.
Can't jump or
So he
anything.
resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life.
Huh.
Farewell, Stanley.
I really want to know, like, oh god, I'm alive. I'm
Farewell,
alive.
Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
What the fuck was that? 9514. I don't know if that means anything or not, but whoa, wait.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Whoa. Whoa.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance.
So is the space bar to
death
jump
becomes meaningless,
literally just a fucking
making
troll?
life the same.
That's kind of
Do you
hilarious.
see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
What? Whoa, Tiny. Wait, is this the layout of the game? Yeah, this is, wait. Is this where you start and then you walk through? Yep. I think. Yeah, there, oh my god. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerges an extension of it. An explanation of contradiction this room posed. Wow. Filing cabinets. Dude. Oh, I want to play solitaire. Oh, nice. The credits. Hell yeah. Ooh. They only go to 5. Each sound is a mix of keyboard stroke and synthesized tone. Nice. Those are good sounds. It's room. Wait, what about that fern? I didn't forget. Warzone. Early in development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of game. Plus, some people interpreted it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. I would have loved that. That's fucking hilarious. In December 2018, we announced the Ultra Deluxe version of the Stanley Parable at the Game Awards. And these are screenshots of the videos we made for the announcement and the game's delay. I love this museum within the game. About the game. What the... Apartment timer? In a previous version of the choice leading to the apartment ending. I haven't seen the apartment ending. Spoiler. Oh, one option. Doorway to the maintenance lounge. One option. What? Vent? Maintenance layout. The flow of hallways following the first two doors was important to get right since players will replay them so many times. Discussed a number of designs, but ultimately it was the simplest version that won out. The fuck is this? Zending model? Through many iterations, this room represents the fourth version of the ending, and we thought it was complete, but decided to abandon and change it again shortly before launch. I don't think I've seen that either. There's a lot of shit that I have not done that's getting spoiled. Monitor room elevator, we saw that. Freedom ending. This is the freedom ending as it existed in beta. Oh, nice. Countdown ending, that sounds scary. This was the very first incarnation of the freedom ending in the game's alpha. Wow. That's kind of cool. Office clock. Boss's office. Oh shit, both it out. Okay, how the fuck do I leave? I know there's like an escape button option, but what? I just heard the narrator.
They're throwing a surprise party for him for all his button pushing. Does that sound plausible to you?
Outtakes.
Stanley stood on
writing.
the roof.
What? Roughly 3 separate times over the 2 years of development. These are clips
Now look
taken
closer, Stanley.
early that were not
See
used.
how it's impossible for the player to do anything in this room. Perfect example of poor level design. Textbook mistake. It's the kind of thing you'd pick up on intuitively if you had even the most fundamental understanding. They're throwing a surprise party for him for all his button pushing. Of course, being you, you'll probably spend the next hour trying to solve it. Here, I'm just gonna...
All right. Let's do it. Let's try something we haven't done.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I don't know.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Possibly. Never know, really.
When Stanley came to a set of 2
All right,
open
let's go
doors,
right.
he entered. This was not
Wait,
the correct
is
way
this
to the
just-
meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Forgot that might be the only choice this way. Yeah, I should have went left. Sorry. You might need to hit the stream with the refresh, or if you're, I don't know if you're on mobile, but that was a little delayed, probably because of the lag spikes. Okay, well, See, I was thinking there was multiple choices this way, but I think there might have only been the one.
Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on
Oh
his
yeah,
left.
we didn't go past this door. There was another choice. Do not lie. If you are lying right now, stop.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Rent a fence. Warning, do not jump. Well, I can't jump, so I wish it would, dude. I think the problem is going to be that I just need to focus on just Twitch and YouTube, which is not a big deal. TikTok, I get like some viewers in and out, but never consistent. Nobody really talks. I think it would be more beneficial just to make the Twitch and YouTube streams better quality and just do those so I don't waste my bandwidth. So I think that's what causes it, but we'll see. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift $1,000. Penalty for jumping off $5,000. You're gonna die and get penalized $5K.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
I'm doing it.
I'm not your enemy, but in
Fuck.
his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Damn, okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
God damn it. Okay, well now I want to go all the way back there and not jump off
Stanley
that, but
came to a set of 2 open
let's
doors.
go back to the left
He
again
entered
now.
the door on his left.
But what have we done this way? Yeah, I feel like I just want to do all the all the endings now. Alright, we came here before.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
I still want to have
Feeling
that
a
fern
wave
be
of
a
disbelief.
something,
Stanley
but-
decided to go up to his boss's office.
That's closed
hoping
off
he
now.
might find an answer there.
All right, we went downstairs
Coming
once.
to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Hold on. We didn't go. Dude, it's really fun. Down. Is it just gonna do the same thing again? I know we didn't go down the elevator when we had the elevator option. We went up, and then it just took us back to the same spot. See what happens.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss.
There's a bunch of different
admitting
endings to
he
the
had left his
game,
post
and that's the whole
during
point
work hours.
of it.
He
I
might
think,
be
Ian.
fired for that.
That's what we've
And in such a
deduced.
competitive
And we got
economy,
one of
why
the
had he
nice
taken
ones, I
that
think.
risk? All because
And we've
he
died,
believed
and we've
everyone had
died.
vanished. His
Turned the
boss
power
would think
off.
he was crazy.
19
and then something
endings.
occurred to Stanley.
Damn, it is doing this
Maybe,
again.
he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
Fuck.
All of my co-workers blinking.
Damn
with
it. Okay, I'm
stupid-
not. Okay. I'm not sitting through that again because I know it just restarts me back at the beginning. So. That's never rang before.
Hi, Stanley. Just wanted to leave you a message to let you know there's a few things I need you to pick up on your way home from work today.
Who is this? My
we
wife?
need milk, cereal, dish soap, spaghetti, get a thing of sugar, some bread, and coffee beans, whichever ones you like. I'll give you a call if there's anything I forgot. Thanks, sweetie. See you tonight.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna make it. That was cool. 27 in the update, so there's 27 in this because this is an ultra deluxe version. Does that count like the dead ends that restart the game that are not actual endings?
When Stanley
All right,
came to a set
going
of
right
2
again.
open doors, this was not the correct way to the
Not
meeting
jumping
room,
off that
and
platform this
Stanley knew
time.
it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
No, I did not write it down.
The lounge was
Until I see this
sublime,
fern again.
a work of art. What was it about? But eager
I'm
to
not
get
writing it
back
all
to
down.
business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Not me. 46 total. Wait, oh, 27 additional. No shot. Oh
Stanley
my
was so bad
gosh.
at following directions.
That has
it's
to count like
incredible
the
he
dead
wasn't
ends.
5 years ago.
Oh wait, a key card. I wonder, that looks like it's added on there for me to find a key card and use it. But okay, so I don't know how to misuse this, but let's just not jump off this time.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Wait.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Wait, where?
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Right, right.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Me.
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me.
Oh.
I'm asking for her.
My what? The one I heard
This is
call?
it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
I'm talking about the other narrator? Melanie. Oh, I still want to know what the deal was with that. Yeah, at least for this initial playthrough, I would like to definitely just like explore it on my own, and then I'll probably look into it and try to do the more interesting sounding ones later. Cigarettes. Okay. Oh, it's just completely black. And we're back in the office, I bet. The beginning again. Hello? Okay, hold on. Oh! When I crouched, it let me
That's
down.
her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
And call me. I'm Vicky. Right as fuck. Whoa. Where the fuck are we now?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Is this my apartment?
Bread out of the oven.
I did see an apartment ending thing in there. Oh my
Okay,
god.
there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your
Oh, that was scary.
Gotcha.
That was really scary.
Come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who want
Jesus.
to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Oh. Is that you?
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Good God. Good morning, employee 427. Press J on your keyboard.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Can't wait to go back to work tomorrow.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what
I'm going
he's
to push
told
the wrong
to
button
do.
this time, even though
Now
that's what they
he's
want, I'm
pushing a
sure.
button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Dude, I definitely see the inspiration. All right, I'm escape. Wait, that's not the button to do. E. Okay, you have to do it. Got it.
But in his mind, in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley
terribly
dreamed
designed
of
drawers.
wild
What the fuck?
expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Hell yeah. Can't wait to go back.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job.
Watch TV,
First,
but
he
it's
imagined that
gone.
one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building
Oh, I'll try
had
that.
suddenly vanished off the face of the earth.
If I get another button
The
prompt.
thought excited him terribly.
Yes. Spin R to spend time with the boys. All right, yeah, it's not doing anything. Hang with the boys.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Yeah.
As he
Whoa.
wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls.
Yeah.
Down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions.
Yeah, remember
and
that
down
one.
another was a game with a baby.
What?
And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy.
not found
and
that
so in
route.
his head, he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer
Clock's
down
wrong.
some new path, mustn't there be?
Why'd they ask me to
Perhaps
set
if
the
he played
time?
just one more time.
God. Press Q to tell your wife you love her.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be?
Is this just going
In
to slowly
reality, all
recreate
he's
the
doing
start?
is pushing the same buttons he always
My
has.
God, it's-
Nothing has changed.
This game.
The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself.
Jesus, man, that's
He
dark.
won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
We were ahead of it. Either way, I'm doing what... Oh my God. I'm waiting it out. I tried pushing other buttons. I'm waiting it out. I'm not pushing it. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Ba-da-dum-ba, ba-dum, ba-da-dum-ba, ba-dum, ba-da-dum-ba, ba-dum, ba-da-dum-ba. Okay. How long do we wait this out? Because I feel like it's got to be a thing. Oh. Is PUBG back up yet? No, definitely not. It's like 8.5 hour downtime. Fine, that fucking clock's gonna drive me nuts.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Just press C to question nothing.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see.
Oh my God.
Maybe this time.
Here we go.
And I tried again.
What?
And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again.
Please
And Stanley pushed
die.
a button. And I
How do
tried.
I... No. That was the ending on the chart, I think. Or that big screen that told us like the routes in order. It said that after some time I would die, which I guess I've died a couple times, but here we go again.
A soft wind blew outside
That's-
and perhaps rain started.
What?
And if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
Yeah, that'd be nice. BRB sounds Gucci. There's different... He's saying different shit. 420. Hell yeah. Waiting input. Whoa! Uh-oh. Okay. What happens now? Nothing, I guess. There's another game I want to play that reminds me of this, and I honestly thought was this, but it's like, I don't remember what it's called, but it's like a game like this where you just kind of explore spaces, but then like I think you take a picture of the screen and then everything stays where the picture was, but then you move through the space. Like I don't know how to describe it. Like you can take a picture of this door and then turn, and the picture of the door would be here instead, and you'd walk through this wall, through this door. But I can't remember what it was called.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open
Okay,
doors, he
so-
entered the door on his left.
We went right. We fell off the lift. We went across the lift. And we also went through the door on the left. Oh, I didn't click power
This was
on
not the
to
correct
the
way
mind
to
control
meeting
device.
room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I don't know
Standing now
if I
in
would
this
prefer
incredible
there to
room,
be no
Stanley for
Fern
the first
again,
time, but
or if
eager
I
to get
want it
back
to happen again.
business,
I think it'd be funny
Stanley
either
took
way.
the first open door on his left.
All right. This is right.
And so he detoured
Oh, yeah,
through
and
the
we went down
maintenance
that.
section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
We didn't do this before. Damn, there's so many different things. Okay. I forgot. Which way do we go? Not that one. Oh, the meeting room.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Yeah.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping he might find an answer. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay. We went in the bathroom already. We didn't go down this elevator. We went up it. Whoops. It probably just takes you nowhere, no matter what. Is that the narrator singing? I think it is. It's really funny. Still just... this game. Okay. Piano doesn't do
The
anything
moment he
either,
entered
apparently.
his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks.
No, I
Not
didn't.
a living soul anywhere. Could he really be all alone? This was too
Alone.
much for Stanley to take. Too much for any man to take.
This is
He
different
fell
again.
to his knees,
What?
bursting into half moans, half sobs, the guttural retching of life from a man denied any hope, any reason to keep going. Here on the floor, he lay prone,
What?
paralyzed by fear for nearly a full hour. But when at last he began to move about and survey the situation, he found a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could
damn
it
it.
mean? Was it a sign of hope for Stanley's future? Alas, it was not. For although this keypad guarded the terrible secret of Stanley's past, it had been assigned a 4-digit code so devious
God.
and so random that no man could ever hope to guess it.
What the fuck was it? Oh,
2845. Statistically, nearly impossible to guess blindly. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
there we go.
Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
what happens if I go back? You can't. Got it. Can't play this yet? Can't believe they put a piano in a game that you can't interact with. I suppose I can believe that they did it in this game. Okay, we're back here again. What happens if I push up? Didn't work. Okay, going down. So the mind control room, I think, was towards the end of this route, and I chose to turn it off, but and I still haven't figured
Stanley
out where to
walked
dial
straight ahead
that.
through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Okay, yep. Back in here again.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Excuse me.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Hurts.
No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof.
Okay.
The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
I didn't go down in the middle
And as the
here
cold
either.
reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
I'm definitely gonna have to wrap up soon, guys. I feel kind of weird. Not great. My head hurts or something. Let's can't click that. Okay. Can I go down in there? Walk over it. Whoa. Okay. Looks pretty cool. Ooh. Alright, this time I'm gonna go in here and turn it on instead of off.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes.
Uh-oh.
Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley?
Holy
it's
shit.
your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires.
Stressful
this is
escape
much better than what I had in mind. What a
fucking
shame we
Christ,
have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off.
What
but
do I do?
what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going.
I didn't see this before.
What all this means, I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it
I
go.
have 40 seconds left already.
But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My
Incorrect.
goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why
Thanks,
not?
dude.
These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have
3?
no idea where you're going or
Where's-
what you're
I haven't
supposed
seen
to
the
be
3
doing right
button.
now?
Have
Or did
I?
you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you.
Was this 3?
Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will
Where's
save
3?
me.
I don't remember
Why do you
3.
think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved?
3.
Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place
It
is?
still says 3.
Stanley,
Take me
you're
home.
in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
Fuck.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice.
Goodbye, employee
Make it
427.
count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever
Oh, this is it. Jeez. That was the countdown ending. Hello? Oh. Jesus, okay. What happens if I quit the menu? Okay. Oh, it's infinitely on the screen too. That's cool. I didn't realize that. Well, I still think this is hilarious. There's a space to jump button, but it doesn't do anything. Auto walk? I don't think I ever tried that, but I'm not gonna do another run, but I just want to see if that works. Yep, it does. Huh. That's weird. Why would they even put that in the game? Huh. Well, I can't talk. That game's really cool, and there's more to it, and I want to experience it. So we'll probably mess with some other endings sometime. But for tonight, that is gonna do it. Kind of a shorter stream. We were just chilling for a bit, and I kind of feel like a headache coming back on. I'm very tired and gotta go back to work in the morning. So I'm going to get some rest, and yeah, we'll be back at it tomorrow. Probably play some PUBG, at least to start. See how terrible the new update is, and things like that. But yeah, I appreciate you all very much for hanging out, tuning back in, all that good stuff. And I hope to see you again in the next one too. Thanks so much for being here, everybody.